In today's idea of the day, I'd like to talk a little bit about why I think security questions are not secure. Security questions are definitely not secure. Case in point, I have two examples. And we've all seen security questions. We've all been asked to answer the security questions and set up security questions. And I'll give you a couple of them that I actually ran into just recently. An insurance company that I do business with sent me an email saying we are beefing up our security, so we are now requiring, in addition to your ID and password, you have to set up 3 security questions. 3. They said you have to set up 3 questions. But they gave you a choice of 3. And I'm actually going to read the 3 choices right now. And you have to answer, you have to create 3 questions. Now, mind you, they give you 5 choices, which basically means you have to choose 3 of the questions and answer them, and 2 of them you're not going to answer. Okay, so again, follow what we're saying here. I have to choose 3 of them. First one, what street did you grow up on? Is that secure? I mean, yes, maybe to a complete stranger, but if you are aware of the way most security threats are breached, they actually come from people who tend to know the person at least a little bit. It happens. People that work with people that they meet on the street, old friends, exes, whatever it is. The concept of what street did you grow up on, in addition, is something that's in the public record. So that should not be a security question. Option number 2, what is your mother's maiden name? Are they kidding? Do they actually think for a minute that that's not something that someone can actually find out through 2 seconds of searching on Facebook or even, again, public records, Ancestry.com, things like that? And again, you have to choose 3 of these questions. That means 2 have to stay on the table. Well, so far those 2 are not good. Third option, what is the name of your elementary school? Now again, to a complete stranger that might be difficult, but in reality that's not very difficult with social media again and things like that. But we'll give them a little bit of a pass on that. What's the name of your elementary? But it's still something that can be found out, especially if it's somebody who actually grew up with the person who's trying to breach your security. Chances are they went to that elementary school with you and now they're a psychopath. Anyhow, let's move on to the third option. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite color? That's a security question? All right, quick quiz. I will give you 1 minute to name every color you have that you can remember. Just name every color you know. I'll give you a minute. All right, I won't actually wait a minute, but how many colors are there? You're talking about security. That means that if within 1 minute you can name 20 colors. I mean, Crayola had 64 in it, but let's face it, most of those were pretty much the same. Unless you come up with an obscure color name like, I don't know, cosmic white or cosmic gray. If you're going to have the standard colors, black, white, red, orange, yellow, purple, etc., people could guess that. Give them a minute. I mean, the whole point of a security on a system is to make it so that the person can try hundreds or thousands, not even hundreds, thousands of combinations and not get it. What's your favorite color? There aren't that many colors that people would name. So if you are ever given a situation where you have to pick a favorite color, again, you're not going to say canary yellow. You're going to say yellow. Just plain wrong. And our 5th choice, what is your pet's name? That's the 5th choice. So we have to choose 3 of these. What's your pet's name? Again, you got Facebook and you got friends and friends of friends. It doesn't take a security hacker long to get past that. The only exception is possibly someone who's a complete stranger would be stumped by something like, what's your pet's name? But again, Facebook, come on. People tweet their pictures of their cat and their dog all the time. Does not work. So these security questions, which are the only 5, are horrible. And the entire concept is terrible. So let's not just blame this obscure, it's not even obscure, it's one of the biggest insurance companies. Let's look at T-Mobile. When you register for T-Mobile, let's look at a few of their little gems. What's your favorite movie? Not too bad. Again, Facebook might help that. What's your maiden's name again? No. What's your favorite food? Probably the best one so far because there's a lot more choices. But even then, a lot of people are going to pick something kind of like pizza, hamburger, cheeseburger, macaroni and cheese. They're going to run out of their favorite foods relatively soon if you're trying to hack that. What's your favorite restaurant? Not too bad. Again, not bad if it's a friend. What's the first name of your favorite uncle? Your favorite uncle. Well, let's again say somebody kind of knows who you might be and they're trying to hack your account. All they have to do is name all your uncles. How about that? How long is it going to take them to do that? Not a good security question. Not good at all. Where did you meet your spouse? Not too bad, as long as the answer you give isn't something vague like New York. Okay, good. If you live in New York, chances are you met her in New York. If you live in New Jersey, you might say you met in Hoboken. All right, that's not so bad. But again, a friend who's trying to hack your account would find that out. What is your oldest cousin's name? Well, that's even worse than what's your favorite uncle, because now all they need to do is find out who your cousin is and ask who his name is. And again, if somebody is, you got to remember, people who try to hack people are often friends of friends, or they have some sort of connection. They don't always look for a complete stranger. So these are just horrible things. Oldest child's nickname. Again, if you have Facebook, this is there. I mean, I can go through this. Your name of your oldest nephew, your aunt, your favorite aunt. Where is your favorite place to visit as a child? I actually had an occasion where I had a client who asked me to get into their account to do some sort of a thing. They said, I can't get in. I can't figure out my own password. I said, can't figure out your own password. It asked me 2 questions. One, what was your favorite book? The guy was, well, it was pretty simple. He was a religious sort, and I put down Bible. Boom! Boy, that was an easy book. And what was your favorite place to go to as a child was another question. And I don't know, I just on a whim decided to put down Disney. What are the odds? Well, the point of this, and I can go on and on and on. How about this one? Here's a couple of good ones. What was the make of your first car? Okay, once again, if you are Mr. Hacker, and if I asked Mr. Hacker, name every possible brand of car that you can right now, what are you going to go? Ford, GM, Chrysler. All right, given 1 minute, you could probably name every brand of car. That means that if you can think of every possible brand, it's not going to take somebody long to hack somebody's account if that's their security question. What was your first car? It don't matter. They'll just name every brand of car one by one. And maybe if it sets them at a limit of only doing 3 or 4 attempts, it'll take them a couple of days of attempting, or maybe if they set them a few hours apart. But it will not take them long to hack a question like what's your favorite car, your first car, or anything like that. And the same thing goes for things like what's your favorite sports team? All right, granted, there are a lot more vague categories if they say sports team rather than baseball team. If they said baseball team, I mean, what 50 teams, whatever it is, it doesn't take you more than 50 attempts. The idea of a security system is that someone should have to try countless attempts to try to hack something, not a small finite list. There is a finite list of sports teams. And then if you take it one extra level, you have people who are looking to hack something like that. And even if they don't want to go through that entire list of every possible sports team, mentioning every baseball team followed by every football team, there's actually a short list where depending on where the person lives, if they're from New York, you could start off with the Yankees and go to the Mets. Then you can go to the Giants and the Jets, and then the Knicks and the Nets. And pretty much within a couple of attempts, you've got every possible favorite. And if somebody's kind of a little more broad-minded, you could start off by adding Boston Red Sox, Dallas Cowboys. You get what I'm saying? The idea behind security questions is it's supposed to be an unguessable thing. Now, after this whole long tirade of a rant, what's the solution? If you're given a choice where you have to answer a security question and you don't have a choice, like the insurance company giving you 5 questions, you have to answer 3 of them, and they're all 5 are bad. What do you do if you're forced to answer a security question? The only solution is to answer the question with something that is not even close to the question itself. So what do I mean? If it asks you the name of your favorite pet, give them your driver's license ID, a number. If it asks you for your favorite teacher, give them your phone number. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pick something that has nothing to do with the question and then keep a record of that and be consistent so that whenever a security question comes up saying, who's your favorite teacher, give them your phone number or your library card number or ever. But don't answer the question with something that is guessable by somebody using Facebook, social media of any sort, or something like a public records database. And that's today's idea of the day.
So hey, thanks for watching. I don't really need any subscribers, but it would really be nice if you hit the subscribe button and shared this with your friends and told everybody how nice it is to be here and how there's lots of nice ideas every day. That would be nice. I don't need subscribers or anything like that. All I need is maybe this chair. And that's it, nothing else. Except maybe this paddleball game, the remote control, the ashtray, and the lamp. But that's it, I don't need anything else. Thanks.